Welcome, everybody. We can hear the intro, the new intro. Hope you guys liked it through the headphones, and it's like magic over here. Sam's,
I don't know where the headphones are.
mesmerized on this. But welcome. This is Beard Advice Live. My name is Dan. This is my beautiful wife, Sam.
Hi.
And on this show, people send in pictures of their beards, and we give them advice. Whether it's reaching a goal, addressing a problem, or just general advice. And a really cool segment is that we have people send in updates when they've used the advice, and you guys can see the results. Really, really cool. And it's been so awesome having Sam here for like 9 weeks now.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So yeah, guys, it's a fun show. It's a supportive show, a camaraderie driven community. And we know that it takes a lot to send in. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has sent into the show. I'll put it down at the bottom in a bit, but it is pinned in the chat and in the description. If you guys would like to be a part of next week or any future show, just send an email to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Include a couple pictures of your beard from different angles, and then give us the write-up that you are looking for advice on. And we do have a couple of other new traditions we have on this show. Sam, do you know any of the new... Sorry. Please hit that thumbs up on the video, you guys. Show YouTube that, like, oh, wait, something's going on here. People are sharing this. People are liking this. And it's helpful. So hit that thumbs up. So, yes. All right, what you got for the traditions?
My eyelashes are sticking to my bottom eyelashes.
Hate when that happens.
Okay, what?
So I hate when that happens.
No, what was your question?
Oh. Traditions on this show. We got a couple of things that we do
like
to
our
start.
New things?
New thing? Yeah. How do we start the show? What do we got new? Anything you got.
Okay, we do keeping up with the commands.
Yeah, or catching up with the commands, either one.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Is there more?
Yeah.
And then we got our try something new.
Yep.
Is that all?
That's all I got.
Okay.
That's all I got. So we are going to try something new. Every week we are rotating with getting something that we have not tried before or one of us has not tried before. Last week was a thing called Olipop, which was like a healthy alternative to soda pop. And I believe, to quote Sam, she said it tasted like horse pee.
No, someone said horse pee, and I agreed.
Okay.
I've never had horse pee.
You need a CMC emoji. Oh, true. We should. I'll see. I think I can do that pretty simply, actually. So we got all these ones in the chat, but no CMC one. So
rude.
Good call. I like that suggestion. So yeah, thank you guys. Hey, Amy, thank you. Welcome, David. Thank you for the membership, man. I appreciate that. So let's start off with, and I'm going to show you guys what we're going to try today because I got them, and then we'll do catching up with the commands, and then we will try them and then get on with the show.
Okay.
So what we're going to try, the first thing, I'm really excited. Guys, I'm a candy head. I would say I haven't been eating as much as I used to.
No, I agree.
Not anywhere near as much as I used to, but I still have candy, usually every day. Sometimes it's just like a little bite-sized piece or something, but I love candy. I love weird candy. I love like out-of-the-norm candy. And this one I've never tried. I actually had no concept of what it was, and I was looking for something else, but I found this, and it is called Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue. So this is made by Hershey. And as you see on there, it's a crunchy peanut butter and a rich chocolate coating. So apparently, and I don't know which one came first, but this is Hershey's play on the Butterfinger.
Butterfinger's not Hershey?
I don't think so.
Is Nestle?
It must be, yeah. I think that is correct. Yeah, I think that is correct. Do you remember Lucas? I think I saw this in here. I know a lot of Lucases, so yes. Yep, yes. It's a Butterfinger like by Hershey. Okay. And so if you guys have tried these, did you find it in 1950? It does look like a really old candy bar.
Okay, but that's so Dan. He eats the weirdest things. Like, I like to describe them as dollar store candy.
I like strange candies.
If you go to the dollar store and they have all these weird brands, these off brands of things, Dan's like, ooh, that looks good. That looks good. I can't do it.
And lots of positive feedback. Brian F says so much better than Butterfinger. Evan says they are the bomb.
Okay.
Lucas Candy, no.
Listen, also some of you guys said Olipop was good, and I almost barfed. So
So I have heard a lot of which is crazy because everybody knows Butterfinger. Everybody likes Butterfinger, especially the bites. The bites are better than the bars.
Yes.
And it's the chocolate to peanut crunchy peanut butter ratio. Everybody, when I've posted this today, for the most part, we're saying how much better it is than Butterfinger. Somebody said this is the real deal, and Butterfinger is like a Fifth Avenue off of Wish.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
So, what flavor did you try? They have multiple flavors.
Oh, are you talking about
Olipop? We tried orange and
I had the Dr. Pepper flavor.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah, orange and Dr. Pepper.
We have more in the fridge too, and Dan was like, "Oh, we'll have those again this week because it's his turn to pick." And I was like, "You can't do that. You can't do that to the people."
And then secondly, this isn't anything crazy or exotic, but neither of us have ever actually had them. We're gonna do some goobers, some chocolate covered peanuts, and we love chocolate covered peanuts. By the way,
chocolate covered peanuts.
Yeah, Sam generally doesn't like candy in a box though. She thinks it changes it.
It's always stale.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep. So, yeah, and I believe it was horse pea that was the flavor. Yeah. Hey, Rob, welcome. Rob, was it today or yesterday? My days are long with 3 young kids. But happy birthday to Rob, or happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it was either yesterday or today. And shout out to one of my good buddies, Jeff. I don't know if Jeff's in here right now. Moderator, local friend. He is in. It's his birthday as well. Is that a Caddyshack Baby Ruth? No. So yeah, we're gonna do some goobers, and we're gonna do some Fifth Avenue.
Okay,
Fifth
but
Avenue.
also when I created this, I felt like we should be doing different things, weird things, and you just stroll in with chocolate bars.
Hey, you specifically said candy to me.
Yeah, but
literally mentioned candy.
But you eat the weirdest giant gummy things and weird chocolate covered sweet tarts
Hey.
This is good.
I've never had it. I'm so excited.
Complaining.
Right. Okay, this should not be try terrible stuff with the commands.
No, but try weird things.
Hey, I'm excited for this, you guys. I've never had it. It is weird in a lot of people's books. She's just a hater over here. So we're going to do those in a minute here. But first, we're going to do catching up with the commands.
Okay.
I saw some comments in there. First thing first, we did get tatted up this weekend. And today we scheduled our follow-up to get the second part of the work done. And we'll talk all about it.
Yeah.
Essentially, he's in the chat right now. Very good friend of ours.
Shade is here?
Yeah,
Hi,
yep.
Shade.
Adam Shade Carpenter, world-renowned, super. Hey, thank you, David. Just donate membership. Very cool, man. Dan B got it. Congrats, Dan. And thank you. Thank you, Ruben. And so I don't even know how it came about, but essentially we connected, and he's in North Carolina. He drove all the way up to Michigan, stayed for the weekend, and tatted up Sam for 7 hours on one day.
Yep.
Tatted up me for 7 hours on the next day. And we just scheduled the follow-up. We're going to go down to him in Charlotte, North Carolina in mid-June, and we're going to get the rest of it. Essentially, it's going to be going up to my shoulder. Then Sam has a cover-up on her wrist. And so
wrist cover-up and possibly a forearm.
Yeah,
tattoo,
little
and
skinny
possibly
one.
a little bit more on my ribs.
Yeah. And
I'm
so
thinking.
For those that wanted to see that haven't seen here, it's a tattoo all about family, and I absolutely love it. I truly think it looks amazing. It's so I'll catch it in
cool.
I'll catch it in the mirror and I'll be like, whoa, hey, and stuff. And so we've been able to go to the gym the last couple of days, and it's been cool having that as well. So whatever you want to say here.
So I had a tattoo on my ribs. If any of you were following my tattoo removal story, I had tattoo removal done 3 times on both my wrist and my ribs, and it just was not fading as fast as I thought it was going to be, and it was so ungodly expensive and the absolute worst pain in my life. And I've had 3 babies naturally, so the worst pain in my life. And so I was like, you know what? Shade was coming up to do dance sleeve, and I was like, can you do cover-ups on mine? And so we decided to go with, I have the kids' birth month flowers. And then I have our 2 cats at the bottom. So all my babies.
Yep. And that's on her ribs.
Yeah, on my
that
ribs.
She got covered up. And she's waiting until it heals to share a picture.
It's very like crusty right now. It's not cute.
What a terrible word. What
It
a terrible word.
It is.
And yeah, so Doug, he's celebrating losing like 120 pounds, and he's going to get a sleeve as well. Confirmed it today. He actually booked his consultation for it. So pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And Nicholas, I have the concept of what I'm going to do, but I don't have a full design. Essentially, I'm going to be finishing. So you got the roots down here going up to the tree. And then beyond that, it's going to be like a night scene. It's going to have the moon with my logo in it, some starriness, and then it's going to have a hawk by one of the branches over here. It's going to be pretty dang cool. Yeah, pretty dang cool. And thank you, Brian. Absolutely, man. I'm excited. So yeah, he is an absolute beast. Yep. And in the crusty stage, that means healing, no scabs, just flaking.
Yeah. It's like raised crustiness.
No flaking yet, right?
I don't think so. It's like I have trouble like seeing it, but
yeah.
I don't think so.
In mine, I'm 1 day behind her.
Yeah,
so
I got mine done
processing,
first.
yeah, 1 day away. And man, I love it. I do think in Shade, we have some on the way. Make sure you approve it, of course. But I think on the next round, we are going to do some numbing cream to keep it nice and numb to kind of help there. So
yeah, if you guys have any ones that like you have found that have actually worked, let us know the brand, because I don't know if your girl can take another 7 hours. At the end of mine, when he was almost done, it was so painful. It was more towards my back that was like the most painful. My leg like started spasming and I like couldn't keep still. It was so weird.
Yeah, there's something to that where your body like starts reacting and protecting itself after quite a while. Yeah. Did you have to bite down on something? No. If you got to do that, it's probably time to stop. I would not recommend that in that situation. And yet we both are, the only thing we're using is actually beard wash on it, unscented beard wash and unscented beard butter. Yep. So we're using it. It's been fantastic. The only problem, and it doesn't matter if you're using Aquaphor or lotion or anything, it's just that it's like a little bit like greasy, I guess would be for lack of a better term. So like putting on clothes and stuff like that is a bummer. So yeah, for sure. Painkillers, they don't recommend that. I'm sure it does work, but I did a lot of research on that, and they do not recommend taking anything proactively, other than like a numbing type thing. So
interesting.
Yeah, black and white for sure. Not going any more than that. How's the wrist? The wrist was the worst part by far. The wrist hurt really, really good. The wrist so and inner arm.
Because like this is the one I'm getting covered up. I don't remember this hurting at all. Like my ribs, I remember it was like weird feeling.
Yeah.
This one, I like just felt like warm. Yeah. I remember. So I'm not looking forward to next time getting it covered.
Okay. And James, so lidocaine is supposed to be only when the skin is broken and open.
No, that was something else.
Oh, was it something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a different thing.
I thought it was that. Okay. No. So yeah, we
got that.
Right. Yeah, we used something once it started. Oh man, I'm forgetting the word. And it worked, but only for a little bit of time. Yeah.
Mine really helped.
Yeah. I actually dialed back the butter just this exact application. How did you manage the time of sitting for 7 hours? I was on Instagram and watching playoff basketball.
I was watching Parks and Rec.
Team. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. So that's the main thing to catch up on. We had soccer practice today. It was probably our best practice yet. I thought so. Really productive and worked on a lot of good stuff.
It went by really fast.
Yeah, it did, which is a great sign when you're coaching. So we won our game on Saturday. Since we've seen you guys, Maddox balled out, had another six goals and an 8-6 win. So
oh my gosh, but we played a team and
okay.
I hate talking about little kids.
Let me set it up. I'll kick it to you. So Maddox is a very good soccer player. He is now playing with like really high level club teams, and he's just a dog out there, like a straight up dog. And we've been doing some indoor soccer before this point, and we thought joining AYSO was going to be like an increase in competition and level of play. It's not. It's a sissy kind of wimpy league. They want everybody to be like happy that you can't even like, they keep telling Maddox, you're using your shoulder, right? That's how you play soccer. It's very, very simple. And there's some good kids. There's a lot of new kids, I would say. And essentially Maddox, if he wanted to score 100, he would. He literally dribbles around the whole team and scores. So that's the league that we're in. Now, the first two teams were just really bad, and like we just smashed them right away. This team had a little bit more skill, but it was a unique team.
It was very unique.
How would you describe it?
So there were a couple kids on the team who would get hit, like just, a bunch of kids running together. Someone's going to fall down. These kids would act like they were dying, and they would flail out on the ground and lay there for a minute. And the parents were so dramatic. He's down. He's down. He's hurt.
It was every play.
The kid would get up and just run after the ball.
When they got the ball.
Yeah, once they got the ball.
And I'm not exaggerating, guys. And they were 10-minute quarters, right? So 40-minute game. He fell at least 30 times.
At least.
I'm not kidding you. At least 30 times. And it's a kid. But on the 27th time, the parents were still freaking out.
Yeah.
He's down. He's down. And he wasn't a bad player. It's not like there was anything else. I know some of you are like, oh, maybe no.
Mm-mm.
He was actually a good player. He just kept falling. And then the best part was Maddox balled out. Like you said, he had 6 goals. The other team had 2 total. He assisted on the other 2, setting up our like most timid and shy player, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the moms, Maddox, gets the ball on the sideline. She starts screaming, beat him, beat him. And she's right next to Maddox as she's screaming at him.
Also, the ref was right there too. And he's like the lead ref over like all of them. And they made it really clear to us that parents shouldn't be like screaming or anything, and no one said anything to her.
But they always had a problem with us. And like, so to give you an example too, they were calling just the littlest fouls. Maddox got cleated in the back to the point where the kid had to come apologize to Maddox afterwards. They didn't call it. A kid smashed Maddox's legs, took him out to the point where Maddox was crying. He's tough as heck, but he was crying, got up, stayed in. And they're just beating the heck out of them, but they wouldn't call any fouls. But the second their team touched the ball because they're getting their butts kicked, they start calling it for them.
Yep.
And I have a problem with that. Like, I want everyone to do well, but you don't change the rules. You don't change the expectations. And it's 3 for 3 now on games where we're treated way different because Maddox is just a baller.
Yeah.
So if you sign up for AYSO, which is a national thing, just know the expectations. We didn't, and that's on us.
Yeah.
But if it's a new kid, a new player, it's probably going to be perfect for you. But if they have some skill, they have some experience,
don't do it.
It's not for you. It's the parents, I started chirping back at the parents a little bit because they started driving me a little bit crazy.
I'm like, shh, shh, shh.
Yeah, I'm super, super nice. But when I hit a point and I'm over it, there's a switch that flips and I get over it real quick. And like, you don't want that, not like tough guy, but you just don't want that side. And when she started screaming at Maddox, beat him, and he scored like 2 seconds later, I was like, did you beat him? And he was just balling. So yeah, it was exactly. It was kind of like the Shaq thing. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Tyler, great question. I'm going to star your question, man. We're going to hit that at the halftime segment. If you guys have any beard questions tonight, we're going to be able to get to those. And I promise we will address those. And yeah, that's been great advice, is to keep the ink looking bright. I guess sunblock is that key. I hate sunblock with a raging passion, but I think this is going to be worth it to me. All right. Hey, guys in the chat, guys with arm tattoos. Don't laugh at this. Genuine question. I have a shoulder, ribs, and back tattoo. I don't have anything on my arm. Do you continue to shave your arm for the look of the tattoo, or you just let the hair grow?
No.
What?
Let the hair grow.
No, there's people that shave it because it will change the look of it. So let me know. Is anybody out there shave your arm? Let's say you have a sleeve and you're going through it. Let me know if you shave your arm or if you let it grow. Okay.
Keep it shaved?
See, I'm telling you, it's a very common thing.
What?
There's a lot of people
so then you have one hairy arm and one shaved arm?
Until you get the other sleeve. Come on. Hey, Travis, doing well, man. Thanks for coming in. All right, so shaved it for a year and then let it grow. All right, a lot of people are let grow, shave. So without a doubt,
Interesting.
yeah, without a doubt, it looks better shaved as far as the
I'm
tattoo
sure,
go.
yeah.
So interesting. Okay. Shave the hair, looks like crappy with hair. Yeah, I'm torn. I'm torn. Did it for a few, then gave up. Okay. One shaved leg, one not
But
shaved
then you're
leg.
gonna get like prickly, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I'm probably gonna shave it. All right, I'm gonna let it grow and then see how it looks.
Yeah.
If it takes away from the tattoo, I'll shave it.
I mean, you do got a lot of hair.
I am a hairy human, so luckily it's not super dark
yeah,
though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
It is.
It's gonna be interesting because I like this one. Yeah, I really like this one. Amy says, my husband wants to shave his beard. He feels like it's way too long and thinks he looks like a street preacher, rings a bell. Amy, just have him trim it. A great way to cure up your like down in the dumps on having a beard is try a new style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just simply try a new style. And I think that will help too. Unless you want to shave both arms. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. Yeah, good point. Good point. Look at mine because I haven't shaved. True.
Wax it. I'll wax it.
Yeah. I did the same shave for a year or so, then gave up. Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, it's not about the color. It's not about any of that. It's just, it's not even debatable that hair is going to cover up some aspects of it. It's just the hair itself. So, it will be, my wife hated my arms prickly. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Yeah. Electric shaver. Yeah. All right. Good food for thought, but it is definitely a thing, right? It's a thing. So
I didn't know that.
yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive in here. If you guys are just coming in, we are starting a segment. Beard Advice will be in just a couple minutes called Try It with the Commands.
No, try something new.
Try something new. There we go. And we are trying a Fifth Avenue candy bar today that we have never had. This is the Hershey. Gotta talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Hershey equivalent of a Butterfinger. By the way, we got some news.
What's our news?
Just said Hershey. And I set you up and you said, oh yeah. Guys, this is what I deal with. That she'll tell me how bad her memory is, and then like something will come up that we disagree on, and she'll be like, I remember this. I'm like, you can't have both sides, babe. You don't get both.
No, I remember certain things, and I'll only say that if I'm certain that I remember that certain thing.
Hi, Kathy. All right. What's going on with Hershey?
Okay. In August, you guys remember in 2020 when we had planned to go to Hershey Park, but then it was 2020, and so we canceled it. We are going back to Hershey Park in August, and we're doing a beard meetup.
Yep.
Woo!
And this will be a unique meetup because it's going to be in the park for a couple of different reasons. We know that requires ticket purchases, the whole deal. We want to make it a family thing. We want to make it a fun thing. So we're going to have it in the park, and it's likely going to be on the evening or day of Tuesday, August 15th. So
mark your calendars.
Tuesday, August 15th, a meetup at Hershey Park in Pennsylvania. So we want to give you guys time to plan it.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, I told her that before the stream too. We want to give you guys time to plan it and be ready to go through. So yeah, I am excited. Anybody know why Heath and Skull bars? No, I've never had a score bar. I love Heath bars. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Hershey Park, guys, in celebration of my birthday. Exactly, Big Daddy Kane. Hershey Park, August 15th. It's going to be a meetup, a hangout. We don't know if there's going to be nobody there, 10 people there, 20 people there. Who knows? We know the commands will be there. It'll be a lot of fun. So, yep, Greg, we are only there for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something
Thursday,
like that. Yeah, Thursday. So we... that's our schedule's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's essentially, we know it's not going to work for everybody. We know it's not going to work for the majority of people that watch this, but we want to put it out there. So yes. Why in the park? Because it depends on the situation in the area. Down in Orlando, it's very easy to go to Disney Springs and find a spot. Other than that, it takes a lot of planning, a lot of organization to get a place. We're just going to go in the park. We want to enjoy the park. Our kids are a challenge, so this will be an easy way to be able to maintain the kids as well. If we just go to a grass lot, they get bored real quick. So this is going to allow us to be able to manage it, have the kids, have the family environment, and we're only there for a couple of days, so we want to experience the park.
Right.
So pretty simple. All right, guys, let's go ahead and try this, and then we'll get into the advice. This is the 5th Avenue Bar. I have my expectations up pretty high. So is it? It's whatever kind of meetup you want to make it. If you want to bring yourself, awesome, do it. If you want to bring the whole family, heck to the yes. We would love to meet the ladies in your life, the kids in your life, wherever. Yes, Hershey, Pennsylvania is their headquarters. Yep. So it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. We're excited. We've never been there. Yeah, we've never been there at all. 4 hours? Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than that for us.
A little bit. I think it's like 10 hours.
Yeah. Yep. Nobody can complain there. I will definitely give some advice on Reese's. Yeah, definitely give some advice on Reese's. Okay. So here, okay, it smells fantastic.
Does it smell like a Butterfinger?
Kind of, yeah. You know, focus for me, baby. Come on. Not liking me today on the focus. There we go. Okay, you want to smell it?
No.
All right, here we go.
It does smell like a Butterfinger.
Okay. Just like a Butterfinger on the consistency.
And what about the taste? It's good? I don't know if I want to like it.
Oh my God. You guys, a Butterfinger's a 9. This is a 10 out of 10 every day. Butterfingers are too compact. They're too dense and too hard. This is like airy, spread out. 10 out of 10. Dang, that's good.
I like it. I do not like it as much as Butterfinger.
Wow. So this is, Kathy, one of the reasons I like it. It does not stick in my teeth.
It's stuck in my teeth.
Not anywhere near compared to Butterfingers.
Yeah.
Butterfingers coat my teeth.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Okay.
Man, that's good.
It's good, but it tastes like off-brand Butterfinger.
Butterfinger is an off-brand of this.
Can you crack that baby Sprite? I feel like you need to get a baby Sprite tattoo.
I need to get a baby Sprite sponsorship. Hey, Sprite, who owns Sprite?
Coke.
Coca-Cola. Hey, Coca-Cola. Hit me up, all right? Hit me up. I'll never forget when people always try to like throw hate and stuff
Mountain
online.
Dew?
I had a guy come at me because we would drink Mountain Dews on Wednesday. I had a guy come at me and he was like, Dan, I used to respect you, but you have a big influence on your platform and you're influencing people to drink terrible Mountain Dew that will kill them all for money and all for your affiliate. I was like, hold up. You think PepsiCo gave me an affiliate? That's like the kindest compliment I've ever heard in my entire life. But yes, I will gladly take a PepsiCo affiliate. So that was too funny. I love paydays. I love the chocolate paydays too. Oh my gosh, guys. These blow. The chocolate's beautiful. The peanut butter crunch is beautiful. They blow the Butterfingers out of the water.
No,
so good. What's up, Mike? Does baby Sprite make my tattoo look bigger? I think so.
Because it's tiny.
Yeah. Man, those are good. Wow. I'm taking another bite.
Why is this warm?
It's not. We got negative Nelly over here tonight.
Have it.
I'm going to. You want to try the goobers now?
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Not right now. I need a break.
See, you guys? That's what I'm talking about here. Oh man, that's good. All right, I'm gonna finish that.
Go ahead.
Beautiful. All right, here we go, guys. Beard Advice Live. I'm gonna put the scrolly at the bottom. Send in your emails to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We are hoping you guys will send in and be on the show next week. Let's go ahead and get to it. Starting off, we have an update from some advice we gave last week. If you guys remember Brian C., aka Brian Carter, remember the real long white beard?
Yes.
Really long one.
Yes.
Didn't know. He wanted to switch up. He wasn't sure. And essentially, we said, go shorter, give it a shot. He gave us a couple of options, and we picked one that we thought would be the best one. And here he is right here. Yes, I do believe that baby Sprite will make your mustache look bigger. Here is the update from Brian Carter and his beard. Sam has not seen this yet.
Okay.
Boom!
Oh my gosh!
Baby!
It looks so like thick and luscious.
It's purposeful. It's intentional.
Love.
And this is a perfect example, guys. There's nothing wrong with this. And some people continue to grow. But if you look at it, this portion of the beard is far thicker and more dense than this portion. I also pointed this out a couple of weeks ago. The longer your beard, the more that it gets pushed into the center. And the reason that happens is because when you have a longer beard, you live your life and you do things like this and it starts to push it in. And it's a preference thing, but I'm not a big fan of the pushing in. And yeah, look at everybody. Dang, love it. That's awesome. Sweet. Yes. This is, guys, on the count of 3, if you guys know what I'm going to say, drop it as a comment. This is an example of what? 1.
I don't know.
2. You don't know.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. This is addition by subtraction.
Oh.
I
Is that
literally
a Danism?
I literally believe that your beard is now improved and better in every single aspect other than length with having that addition by subtraction. Look at that. Look at that in the chat. I love it. I love it. Yes, it is so true. And yeah, Devin's right, man. That's not a joke. Like, that's a legit trim.
Truly.
Yeah, and it looks really good. Teacher term, true, true. Kathy, you'll see a lot of the teacher and coaching ones. If you guys are wondering, I've known Kathy for over 20 years now. I graduated with her daughter, and then I coached her son long time ago. And then full circle, Kathy works with our local county chamber of business and has invited me to speak to be the speaker for their luncheon next week for the month of May. And I'm pumped, man. I'm so
pumped, Kathy.
I really am. Like, if anybody has speaking engagements out there, sign me up. And I will tell you, I will kill it. Kathy remembers my banquet speeches, so she knows that they're good. So woohoo! So yes. Yeah, for sure. Corey, yeah, man, looks so good. So Brian, thank you.
Got this baby spray hiccup.
A little bit. I tried to play through it, but thanks for calling it out.
That's what I'm here for.
But Brian, this is what this show is about right here. I wanted to lead off with this one in case anybody watches and gets through all of our shenanigans of the commands first. This is what this show is about. I'll be sharing these side by sides for a while now. Absolutely love it, you guys. Whatever genetics you have, play to those. Brian did that perfectly here. He did not go up too high. He did not even leave to any transparency. He found that perfect line and absolutely crushed it. So Brian, great job. And yeah, a lot of people pointed out the haircut looks really nice too.
Oh yeah.
Look over here, that sweeping away, which is cool. But let's separate the beard from the head hair. Yep.
Love it.
Yep. That's the one. That's the one, dude. Thank you, Brian. That's so dang cool, man. So cool. So, hey, man, we got so many friends and celebrities in the building. This is my buddy Jason. He was actually the Gillette. Let me get this correct here.
Okay.
Gillette's most well-groomed man of the world in 2018.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a murder mitten buddy and has just an absolutely award-winning, immaculate beard. The head hair is even better. And yeah, shoot. Competitor. Thank you, Jason. I was so close. It was the Wall, most well-groomed man of the world in 2018.
So cool.
Super cool, man. And he looks the part. He really does. All right, Evan S. I chimed in during last week's live stream. As I mentioned, I had a beard for 8 years, but haven't really considered properly caring or trimming. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've been engaged in some pretty bad trimming habits with trying to fade the cheeks and tapering the bottom, front to back, and whatnot. I think at this point, I'm just going to try and let it grow and see where I can start to correct stuff. My question to you is this. Apart from trying to grow stuff out, is there anything you would do to get the best look as it does its thing? Included are some before wash and style, after pictures. All right, so he's saying, hey, guys, I'm new to this taking care of my beard thing, and I think I'm just going to let it grow from this point. Is there anything that you can have for me with advice as I'm growing it? Hey, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. He said, hey, I love the new picture, Mike. He said, Dan, you and your wife make a great team. She really makes you shine, and caught a few of your. Hey, thank you. And Mike, his whole family watches. His wife watches. His son watches.
That's cool.
Really, really cool. So shout out to the V family over there. All right, here we go. Everybody. Evan, let's take a look. Awesome, man.
Nice.
It's always fun reading the descriptions and like getting thoughts in your mind. You're like, oh, that's not what I thought. Yeah, it's not what I thought at all. Okay. So he's going to be growing it out.
Okay.
And wants to know if there's anything that kind of pops to help him along that way.
Okay.
Do you have anything off the bat? If not, I'll lead and then you can piggyback there.
I don't know, other than just letting it grow and seeing it do its thing. But I'm not an expert.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Evan, I'm just going to give you a couple of things. First off, you have a great beard. I love what you're doing with the mustache. This is kind of like a version of the lazy walrus. The two things that I would recommend doing right now, one is super simple. I would just cap off the sideburns just a little bit. We've covered that a lot on this channel. This is just a preference thing, just me. But going from the corner of your ear down to your cheek line and just making that a straight line. This jets out a little bit here. Yours is not bad at all, but I think a nice little touch there would do really well. The only other thing that I will offer to you, Evan, is focusing your styling on this part of your beard. That was kind of cool. This part of your beard.
Dan thinks his accents are really good.
Hey. You guys, we hang out at night and we just laugh like all the time. And I kill it on my accents.
We obviously, you guys know, we've been watching Ted Lasso, so everything is British. And
true. We had soccer practice today, and I made up a neighbor that we've never met, and I called her Phyllis. And I said,
kids loved it.
I said she was British, and like I was acting like she was grumpy and cranky. And then to end practice, we did Phyllis on 3. 1, 2, 3, Phyllis. Even the parents were cracking up on that one. So
it was so funny.
It must be Ted Lasso of why I thought of British. Has to be. And shout out to my mother-in-law, aka Sam's mom. Gigi. It's Deborah. She is home from her surgery, recovering well.
Violet keeps asking when you can come over.
Every day. She told everybody at soccer practice today that Gigi went to the hospital and got a Band-Aid.
Accurate.
And I'm coming back to you, Evan. I didn't lose you. Vi literally works every parent at practice. And
she makes her rounds.
She has a conversation as she makes the rounds. All right, Evan, focus your styling right here to push this part of the beard into the mass of it. You don't got to trim. You don't got to change anything. Just try to really focus it. I know it's difficult because it's on the side. It can be harder to see, but you got this. Just be conscious of that. If you're using heat, just focus the heat in a direction towards your beard. And I think that will do really well. Yep, really, really well. Hey, Ruben, thanks for coming in, man. Take care. Awesome. Yeah, I love his cheek line. He's got super good genetics.
Same thing.
Yeah, and it looks natural. You know, it looks really, really good. So awesome. Soon, real soon. Good. Yep, Vi super misses you, and the boys are always asking about you too. Yep, exactly, Steve. Comb forward first, and then heat, and then down. Exactly. Here's Evan right here. He said, cool, guys, thanks. Hey, man, absolutely.
Welcome.
Thank you for sending in. For sure. All right, here we go on the next one. Chris M. I'm wondering if you could tell me how to get rid of the very bottom of your beard that kind of curls up. How can I take this down straight? All right, let's take a look here. Awesome, Chris. Thank you. By the way, we talked about this weekend as well. I love neck tattoos.
Yep.
You see on that left-hand corner there's a neck tattoo. I'm assuming eventually I'll probably get one down the road. But like, I love neck tattoos. I think it's a statement.
Yeah.
I think it's a pushback on stigmas and conforming to society and what is professional and what is okay and what's not. If it's something meaningful to you, if it's beautiful, rock the heck out of it. I'm a little jealous, Chris. I really, really, really like that neck tattoo.
All kinds of tatted up.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. And Vinny P says, had a few get nightly routine done. Hey, thank you, Vinny. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, appreciate that. In order to make sure, do not shave above. If your beard, here's my general rule, Jason. If your beard covers the line, leave it alone. Like somebody with my beard length should never touch their neckline because no one sees it, right? Sam is with me getting ready in the morning, in bed at night. You never see my neckline. Like that doesn't come up.
I don't know if I've ever seen your neck.
Yeah, who knows if I have a neck, you know? But yeah, I love, no, Shade. I've loved neck tattoos for a long time, long time. I just think I love the statement of you guys, I don't know if you want to call it like counter society or whatever. I love going against the norm.
Yeah.
I really, really do.
Yeah.
It like makes me angry when everyone's forced to conform to, you go to college, You get a job, you get benefits, and you hate your job. You wait until you retire, then you die. I hate that. That's so sad. I love every day. I really do. We went to the gym today, got some work done, said, hey, you want to go get lunch? And we did. Like, that's amazing. So again, guys, yeah, exactly. And I'm when I get this, guys, this was very much on purpose. When I go to shake somebody's hand, this is on my right arm. I want them to see this when I shake their hand. I really do. And again, hey, Joel, thank you for the membership, man. Look at that beard. Beautiful picture. So yeah, I love it, man. I really, really love it. And I kid, actually, neck will be done soon as well. I'm ahead to tell, yeah, man, I love it. And that's all it is, Corey. I've said that forever, for years. Just be yourself. I will respect you if you're yourself. That's it.
I feel like you are just the most authentic person like I've ever met.
Thank you.
Like this is Dan all the time. There's no acting. There's no like, oh, I need to talk this way.
Yeah.
Like this is Dan. He might add a few like cuss words in.
Outside of the stream.
That's me,
yeah.
sorry. No.
She's the swear. I mean, I'm normal, you know. I just keep it family friendly here. But yeah, I couldn't imagine. And I think I do know why. I think earlier in my life, I got caught up in doing things based on how I thought people would react. And it always got me in trouble. I would lie about things. I would do certain things. I would act a certain way. And almost always, I didn't get the reaction I even wanted. So why be fake? Just be yourself. Let the cards fall. I never change. If I go in any situation, I'm going to be myself. If you dislike it, that's great. I don't really care. You know, and so, man, that's important to me. And yeah, you just got to be yourself. Yeah, just got to be yourself. All right, Chris. Beard flares up, flips at the bottom. Absolutely, man. This one's a simple one. This is 2 parts. One, it's at the stage where your beard is at right now with that length. But more importantly, it's your grooming habits. So when you groom on your face, let me show you guys here. You got a comb, you got a brush, you got a heated brush. You push against your face. It's real natural. Well, at some point, your chin ends. And then when you do that, you start pushing into your beard naturally. Unless you're hyper-focused and aware of it, you're always going to push in along that line. And what's going to happen is it's going to start to crease underneath your beard or underneath your chin. You see here, where's that crease? It's right underneath your chin. So step 1, Chris, is to be aware of that and be conscious of it. Stop pushing in, go light on the face, and then just continue straight down. Too many people push in too hard on the face, and then that forces the beard down right there. It is a big, big, big one. Jason, yeah, absolutely. Jason's beard has transformed from kind of changing this and getting away from it. So yeah, pushing in is the major problem. Now, switching that, what can I do about it now? Right, change that habit. But all you need to know is the phrase heat plus tension equals direction. So if you want to change this, get a round brush, curl it in the opposite way of that dip, and add some heat to it, and you're good to go. Pretty simple on this one. Just make sure you go through. Corey says, hyper-focused, aware, use heat, still curls there. It's a curse, I'm convinced. So I've heard that from everybody until they actually figure it out. This isn't sexy, isn't fun to say, but it's trial and error. Your hair is malleable. Your hair can be trained for the day. Everybody's hair. There's no exceptions out there. No one has titanium hair. No one has hair that is resistant to heat. Your hair will go where you train it, whether you want to believe that or not.
Yeah, like remember when I used to have a side part?
Yes.
And it wouldn't part anywhere else.
Well, one part anywhere else, and it was causing like hair loss.
Yeah. Dan posted a picture of us like when Maddox was a baby. So I had 8 years ago, and I had my side part, and it was like straight up bald spot right here. So that's why I moved my part.
Yeah. Yep. So switch it up. Get out of your comfort zone. But I'm telling you, Chris, this is from you pushing in on your beard right there, for sure. And thank you guys for all the kind words. Erica says, Dan is true, down-to-earth person. That's why we all come. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then this is Shade, by the way, you guys. And he said, Dan, Sam, Maddox, Jackson, Violet. That's an amazing family. Thank you.
I did not realize that was Shade at the beginning.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, I don't see him in here. It's you.
Yeah. So would butter help? Not likely, no. Butter can add a little bit of styling and hold, but that would be just kind of like throwing a Band-Aid on a huge surgery, right? Gigi. And it's not going to do too much. You got to learn the grooming method. That's so important, you guys. So important. Do you think people may keep their beard length in an awkward phase? Do you think people may keep their beard length in an awkward phase? Not sure what that means, Brian.
Like at an awkward length. Like if he just grew it a little bit longer, would it be helpful?
So no, he can groom this to look perfect. Yeah, there's no issues with the length here. And do people keep it at an awkward length? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe it's not awkward to them.
Yeah. I've used a comb with combing straight down with an air dryer slit. Yeah, exactly, Jason. That's all it is combing slowly, using that heat plus tension, and then it's going to give you direction for sure. And Wallach says, I'm tweaking my technique for this issue too. Chin dip. Yep. And guys, I can say this because I've been there. I've been through it. I understand. Vinny says it's frustrating for sure, but it definitely gets there. Yep. And it's hard when you're in the weeds of it to see through it. Then you get through and you're like, oh yeah, shoot. He was right. It is different. And it really will. Yeah, for sure. It will, man. So yes. All right. And this is true too, you guys. Having the right blow dryer does make a difference. We can attest to that by going through like levels of blow dryers.
Yeah.
You know, we've had the cheap ones, we've had specialized ones. It does matter.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. And people will scoff at that and say it's moving hot air. How different can it be? It's very different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really, really is different. So yeah, Chris, for sure, man. Send us in some updates. Once you dial that in and you really get that going, send us some updates. What's up, Pat? Welcome, man. So yes, and that's true too. We are our own worst critics, and it causes us to give up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fact. Awesome, Chris. Thank you, sir. All right, questions, guys. If you got a question, if I missed it, drop it in the chat. I have a question from Tyler and Jordan so far. So Tyler, is a hotel dryer, perfect timing, usable for beard styling? For context, I can't take my normal one. My wife, is it usable? Yes. Is it as good? No.
Hotel dryers, I just feel like they get so hot.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you're really like protecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Like even my head hair, it's so hot.
Yeah,
even on the lowest setting.
They're not good. They're not quality.
Yeah.
They'll get it done. We bring, I know you say you can't in this one. We bring ours every time we go. And yeah, like it would kill me to use one, but it's better than nothing, I guess would be the best way I could say it. Any advice for a patchy beard? So Jordan, from your picture, it looks like you're pretty young. Patience and healthy habits. Another one of those things that's not sexy to say, but it's true. It is going to get better. If you are healthy, it's going to continue to improve. There are some little things that can help like push the odds in your favor. Reach out to me, man, and I'll help you out specifically. I got to take a look at your beard to get more.
Send us a picture on Beard Advice Live.
There we go. She's a pro, everybody. She is a pro. No doubt about it. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot. And that's the thing. There's a ton of great blow dryers out there. You just got to get a quality one. Would the blowout help with that dip? So with his style, Brian, I don't think so as much. His style and length doesn't lend itself to going out as much there. So yes. All right. And I again, guys, as always, I understand people asking about this question. I know people have work and family and life and they're not able to go, but it's actually been about 9 weeks since the mayor has been on this channel. He will never be on the channel again. It's nothing that like we got in a fight or anything. The best way that we can kind of say it is he's battling some demons right now and he's not doing well. It's impacted every aspect of his life, from his job, his family, his friends, his living situation. I mean, every aspect of his life. And he's not at a place that it seems that he's ready to get help. So we're cheering for him. We're hoping. We were just discussing this before the stream. He's just got to get to a place where he wants to get some help. So that's essentially what happened to the mayor, and really all we can say. His family, I think, is starting to share a little bit more and more, but we wish him the best. We're here for him. We want him to come back better than ever. But yeah, he will not be involved with the channel moving forward. So we want him to get better. Some bad decisions have been made. Really, 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 really bad decisions consistently. We want him to get past that. We want the redemption story. We want him to inspire people that you can get through it too. But to be real, he's not there yet. So, and again, I know a lot of people are sick of hearing that, but I respect people asking. I get it. I get it. All right. Would an unscented balm cover up the smell of my oil or hold it in? It's going to mute it. It won't cover it up, but it's going to definitely lighten it. Walrick, one thing you can do is when you get that balm in your hand, add a couple drops of scented oil. It's going to lighten the balm just a smidge, but it's going to give you some scent into that balm. So, yep, absolutely. All right. And, okay. So yeah, Pat, on this show, we try not to talk about brands or give recommendations. We just don't want any feel of like selling things or pushing companies in any way, shape, or form. Not that we feel like we do that anyway, but reach out to me, Pat. I'd be happy to give you some specific recommendations for sure. For sure. Yeah, I definitely am going to try to get the Samsy emoji, which would be cool. For under ears on my beard, would some balm help? Yeah, it could. Yeah, it definitely could. I'm a fan of training it and styling it before resorting to balm. That's just my preference, but it definitely could help. Do you plan on going with the length of your beard, or Dancy, did you plan it? I just go with it, man. I don't have any goals. I don't have any plans. That's the interesting thing about me is like I work super hard. I'm unbelievably dedicated and laser focused, but I'll put it this way. I think goals can be a pitfall of a great man. And what I mean by that is when you set goals, it's likely either way too easy or way too difficult. Mm-hmm. And if it's too easy, you accomplish it, and then what's the point of having that goal, right? My goal could be, hey guys, this week I want to hit 70.7K subscribers. Well, we're going to. Like, that's just what's going to happen. But I also could set a goal and say, I'm going to hit 100K this week, guys. It's not going to happen. And so I like just giving it my all, enjoying the time, enjoying the process. I don't really talk about goals. And it's the same with my beard. I just want it to look good. I want to enjoy it. I want to like it. And I do believe that that can be a trap when you have it. And I've seen it with beards, right? Guys will say, I want to get a 12-inch beard. Well, what if it doesn't look good at 12 inches? What if you're Brian and it looks better in that trim? You know, like, so I'm not big on goals.
You're
on that.
very much like live in the moment.
Yes.
First, like,
yeah.
I'm the person who's planning vacations
literally
on our way home from vacation.
Drives me crazy.
And it's like my favorite thing to do. And I'm like, on our way home from Texas, I was telling Dan, I was like, do you want to know where we're going to go next summer? And he's like, no. I'm just grumpy cat.
I'm big on appreciation and enjoying the moment. I don't like thinking ahead too much. I love living. I love life, man. I just love living. I love enjoying that. And I personally believe too many people live looking forward. And I like living looking now. And so that is definitely a big one for me. And I think goals kind of fall in line with that. And everything for me happens in an amazing way. Like, I don't have to set a goal for my beard because I know I'm going to enjoy it and like it. I don't have to set a goal for the channel, my career, my family, because I know it's going to be great. And so, and there's so many crazy things that happen in life. It's tough to really plan. So no goals for my beard. I just go with it. Here you go, Sam. Any advice for having an anti-beard spouse?
Get a new spouse. I don't know. Just for me, it would be expressing in the best kind of like positive way, like how much you like your beard and how it makes you feel. And if that person, you know, like loves you and respects you, then they will say, okay, like I'm going to have to get over this and hopefully do it.
Yeah. Yep. I have a tough time with any spouse being anti anything.
Yeah.
I struggle with that, right? If I tell Sam I love my beard, it makes me confident, it makes me happy, I would hope that she's going to support that, right? If she wanted to cut her hair real short and say, it's going to make me happy, this is what I want, I personally wouldn't say, hey, go do that. But if she tells me she's happy with it and it makes her confident, go ahead, go crazy, right? We don't have to like ask permission for those things. I'm just big on, and it's, I've seen both ways too. I've heard people say things like about their spouse, and then it's like, well, did you tell them that? Did you communicate?
Yeah.
No, not really. You got to communicate.
You have to communicate.
You got to be ultra clear and let them know your feelings and let them know your thoughts. And if you do that and you lay it all out there and they still are pushing back on it, Yeah, it's tough.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So the mayor's family, good and bad. There's definitely some major struggles. But to be blunt, in some ways, it's been better for them too at the same time. And then this is in their words and in their sharing. So it's a loaded
Yeah.
situation.
His wife is an absolute boss.
Literal
and
superstar.
She is just handling everything as well as being a single parent to their 2 kids. And I don't know, I have so much respect for her.
The crap that has been thrown at her is unfathomable. You guys, I mean, we're saying a super baseline thing here, but if you guys were able to hear the story after story after story after story after situation after situation, it's unbelievable that she just keeps trucking every day, figuring it out, adjusting, making it work for her family and for her boys. And yeah, they have shared some positive things with this, but there's some struggles, right? It's tough. Yeah, it's absolutely tough. And Betsy's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And we don't say that lightly. We don't say that to blow. It really is amazing. Yeah, truly, for sure. All right. Hey, awesome, man. Thank you. Nice beard too, by the way. Awesome. Here we go. Is there ever an appropriate time for unsolicited beard advice? Great question, Tyler. Here, I'll give you guys an example. You guys know Scuba Beard too, buddy of mine. He made a video. We disagreed on something. It was a good video. The only problem I had with the video, and I told him this, is he said that Dan is like the guy that's at the gym that gives unsolicited advice. That couldn't be farther from the truth. I never, ever give unsolicited advice. I don't. I've been burned too many times by doing that. Everything I do is solicited. If you click on my video, you chose to click my video. If you reach out to me, you chose to reach out to me. So I'm not a fan of unsolicited advice because if I post anything, literally anything, I get tons of unsolicited advice.
It's so true.
Everything I do. If I post a workout, someone tells me why it should be better. If I post a tattoo, someone tells me why something is wrong. If I post food, someone tells me why I'm wrong. Like, I'm not a fan of unsolicited advice. So to answer your question, no. I've never been like, hey, man, have you thought of doing this? Have you considered doing that? I'm not a fan of unsolicited advice. Unsolicited
advice, like in any category, like there's never an appropriate time for it at all.
Yeah. If it's truly unsolicited, right? Because you can solicit advice non-verbally. You can solicit advice in different ways. So I'm not a big fan of unsolicited advice. So to answer it for us, no. Yep. Sam, do you have an Instagram? And any updates on hats?
Yes, I have an Instagram for my shop. It's Beauty and the Beard MI. That's also the name on Etsy, where you can find hats soon. Hopefully. I don't have any shipping.
They should be in the next couple weeks.
Weeks. And my personal Instagram is just Samantha Command. Easy peasy. Share the kids.
For sure. So Cubic has a good point. He says, goals holding back a great man. Never heard that before. Yeah, I just said it. I just made it up.
It's another Danism.
Yep, I do it a lot. And he said, my life experience is positive outlook, positive attitude causes not facing reality. So to each their own. Every person is different. That is the epitome of a pessimistic outlook. And I'm not saying that's wrong. A lot of people would say pessimism is a better approach. I would say, and I can only speak for myself, I have a ridiculously positive outlook, a ridiculously positive attitude, and I am unbelievably dialed into reality. Unbelievably. There's nothing that I shield myself from. And we'll right, for example, we know parents talk highly about their kids in sports, right? We rave about Maddox in soccer. We have another son, Jax. Do I think Jax is at the same level of talent as Maddox? No. Do I think Maddox is a good defensive soccer player? No, he's horrible on defense. He's not good. But what he does is very, very good. So for me being positive, me having a positive attitude and outlook, it does not blur or impact reality whatsoever. I've heard people say that about optimistic people, and I think it's false. I think being pessimist is actually the opposite. I believe being a pessimist, you're shielding yourself from reality because you don't want to give a chance. You don't want to put yourself out there. Pessimists don't try for things in hopes that they don't want to have failure. I don't mind going for stuff, right? I'm doing it. I left my job. I pay for it, like all these things. So I truly believe everybody's different. I do know pessimists that are successful and great people. It just depends on you.
And I think that you can face reality with a positive
Yes.
outlook. Like, for example, if I got cancer, we wouldn't just sit here. I mean, I probably would for a day, but just be like, oh, woe is me. Like, I'm going to die. Like, no, like, I'm going to fight this. I'm going to get through this. Like,
Yep.
Thinking positively will help you, I think, in the long run, getting over all these hurdles in your life.
Yeah, and I truly believe, and I've said this for a very long time, I believe the human mind is way more powerful than most people even believe. And a lot of people are gonna say, oh, you're a crackpot, you're crazy. No. Like, I rarely ever get sick because of, I think it's mental. I just push through things. I really, and if you guys don't believe me, just look up placebo effect, actual studies, and see if there's any evidence in that. Spoiler, there is. And he says, pessimism works for me. Negative attitude prepares for setbacks. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That makes me sad, though.
I agree. And I know that works for you. I know that's awesome. But that's exactly what I'm saying. When people go in with a negative mindset and protect themselves, I much rather put myself out there.
Mhm.
That's me, though, right? That's me, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we're both speaking the same language. We're just on two different sides of the spectrum there, and that's okay. And I've known your comments for a long time, so I know your attitude and your approach, right? And that's no stranger, so I get it.
I'm pretty much in the middle. I feel like I'm
You
not.
used to be.
I used to be a very negative person until this bozo came around, but I'm not like full positive because I'm like a super worrier. So always in the back of my mind is like, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. So I can't get like can't go full positive on everything.
For sure.
I'm very neutral, I think.
For sure. I will say my thoughts, my experience, my life is, I think it's hard to reach greatness with a pessimistic approach. I think you shield yourself. To be somebody that's great, that really steps out, you got to be able to put yourself out there. You got to be able to take those chances. And that's something that I don't really have embarrassment, right? I don't mind putting myself out there. I don't mind taking chances. And so, yeah, it's definitely an interesting perspective. Yeah, for sure. All right. And keep it well groomed, maintained. Yeah. Oh, for sure. With the wife. Yep. Absolutely. And a lot of great comments, guys. There sure is a lot of white beards in here. I know, I love it, Mark. I'm not sure if I missed it or not, but have you spoken about coloring of white beards? So we usually get asked about that. Eventually, I'm going to have to make a video. The best advice I give is George Bruno, the Sultan of Silver. He doesn't make beard content anymore, but he's got a lot of videos on whitening a beard. I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but I have no experience or knowledge on truly whitening a beard. So I don't know if anybody in the chat can help out, Mark.
Whiten it?
So white beard,
bleach?
Not bleach. Bleach will kill it, of course. But white beards will often turn like yellow or bronze. And it's from pollution. It's from smoking. It's from a lot of different things.
Do you use purple shampoo?
So purple shampoo is for color treated hair.
Okay.
It's not the same for beards.
Gotcha.
It definitely can do something, but I used to think purple shampoo was a great answer. And then I had a hairdresser break down the science of purple shampoo to me and why it's not useful for beards. It can be like a finishing thing if you do other things to lighten the beard and then finish with it.
Yeah,
so I was like,
that
okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, yep. Does vitamin E do anything for a beard or is it just preservative? Dennis, good question. So it's not exactly a preservative. It's an antioxidant, but it kind of acts like a preservative. So what vitamin E does if you add it to the bottle is it's going to allow less oxygen to interact with the product. And so it's going to make the scent last longer. It's going to make the bottle not expire as quickly. And what does it do for the skin? That's a debatable question. Some people believe it adds some nourishment to it in the right quantities and ratios. Other people think it has no value. If I'm starting a company and I'm making a beard oil blend, which I've done with other companies, I am not putting vitamin E in my oil. I think that there's too many great natural carriers that are rich in vitamin E already. So part of it is debatable for sure. Yeah, part of it is debatable for sure there. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, any advice? Oh, yeah. So Jordan, hopefully you caught that, man. We answered your question just a little bit ago. summary, patience and healthy habits. Reach out to me if you want some more specific information. Yeah, more specific information too. Are you able to answer this? Is the thing with the mayor a new thing that he's just recently been struggling with? We don't know. So I talk to Betsy every day, his wife, and the common question she has is this the Steve that has been hiding from me for 20 years? Or has this been something new over the last 6 months? Has it been 5 years? She has noticed a behavior change more recently, like severe behavior change more recently.
So have we.
And we have too.
Yeah.
But we don't know. And then his family has made comments about stuff that had led us to believe there was stuff before that not even his wife knew about. So we don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's tough when somebody's not to a spot where they can admit stuff yet. And so we really don't know. Yeah, it's very tough. Very, very tough. All right. And yeah, Jordan, send in, man. beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We'll be able to make much better advice there as you go through. If you're at Walmart and saw somebody looking at Wild Willies, no, I do not do that. I know people do, but I would never go up to someone and be like, hey man, that stuff's bad. Check this one out. I just can't do it. When Dad says something, it doesn't mean he thinks it works for everyone. Oh, so true. I genuinely believe everyone is different. Yep, absolutely. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Great questions, guys. Yeah, great questions. Wow, James said, my uncle said the best thing about him having cancer was losing weight, which he didn't know. Yeah, and you got to make a positive out of it, right? You live.
Guess so.
Yeah, you got to go through. You've been sick before and been like, hey, at least I didn't eat for 2 days.
That's true.
That goes through. Yeah. All right. Oh, man. You bleached it. Yeah, it's pretty much done. So after that point, if you bleach it, that's about that. You want positive things to happen and be positive. Yeah, I do believe in that, man. I do believe you.
Yeah.
You are what you surround. I will say you are what you consume.
One of the most annoying things for us is when we're with other people and they're just constantly complaining about things. Like, well, and I feel like maybe that used to be me. Like, I used to be a complainer, but like constantly, like someone always has something to complain about. It gets so annoying.
Well, it's a weird human nature thing where there's two sides of it. One is people don't know what to talk about. And so they bond over complaining about things. Then the second thing is, I genuinely believe this, misery loves company. If someone's sad, if someone's down, you don't want to be down and sad by yourself. You want other people to be down and sad with you. And so you start to feel out the waters. Who's on my level? Who hates everything? Who's going to complain about everything? When you start doing it, we sit there silent.
Yeah.
We don't argue you. We don't push back. We just sit there silent, and then we probably never hang out with you again.
That's true.
It happens all the time. Like, we're like, oh, sweet, we got these new friends. No. Like, we want to talk about good things. We want to talk about things we're passionate about.
Yeah.
Sam wants to talk about the next vacation and the travel. I want to talk about the channel. I want to talk about soccer and our kids and Ted Lasso and stuff. So I do believe in that.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen any of our shirts, but if you're not a positive person.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm telling you, man, I've been in all aspects of life, and it's not as fun living in misery. It's not as fun trying to convince people to be miserable with you. It's way more fun to lift people up. It really is. And I do believe that needs to be an optimistic, positive outlook to do that. For sure. All right. Gamer, we have no idea. Have no concept if he did or not. I've been catching up on your 101 series. Are there any carriers you would personally avoid? No chemicals. For me personally, I mean, I have a list of ones to avoid, such as soybean oil, such as, hey, Clover said, yeah, thank you. I thought about that when we were going. No, we were sharing an observation. Soybean oil, I don't avoid grapeseed oil. I like grapeseed oil. Some people avoid it, but not really. I don't like mineral oil, any petroleum product, stuff like that. But no, I'm down to try pretty much anything as long as it's natural and something that's good. Energy flows where the attention goes. Woo, so true. So true. Absolutely. Sam, did the doctors tweak your meds? How are you feeling? What's your update? To give you guys a little setup, we officially know she has Hashimoto's, essentially issues with her thyroid. It was inflamed. It had a mass on it. Finally found an endo that was good.
Yep.
Got meds.
Yep.
Where are you at?
So the appointment that I thought that was my follow-up appointment was actually an old appointment that I just forgot to cancel out of my calendar. So I didn't actually have a doctor's appointment, but I did get my blood work done and my numbers went down. So the medication must be working, but I don't actually have a doctor's appointment until August. So that was kind of embarrassing. They got my blood work done and stuff. And I called them and they were like, you don't have an appointment today.
Oh,
sorry.
So glad she called though. James, yeah, I've heard that all the things you guys are saying with the counters to being positive, I've heard them a million times. And there's a huge flaw with your statement here. And James knows I love him, so no issues. He says, I'm sorry, maybe it's just me, but on the flip side, I can't stand someone who tries to act always happy. And it's not true. Stop acting happy when you're not. It's not healthy in my opinion. James, here's your problem with that statement. I can't stand someone who tries to act always happy.
Yeah.
James, assuming what people are acting, assuming what people are actually thinking and feeling, that's a slippery slope. That's a super slippery slope there. For example, as Sam said, I don't know how we can dial it any other way. I really am positive. And here's a big thing. Being positive, having an optimistic outlook does not mean that everything is always good. Does not mean that everything is always happy. It means that you can see the best in any situation. That's a huge difference, a huge difference. I don't know anybody I've ever met that always tries to act happy.
Yeah.
I can't tell you a single person.
I think positivity is different than happiness. 100%.
100%. And people, I think it's convenient. I think it feels good to offer that counter and to say things like, well, you shouldn't always act happy, right? And it's being positive isn't always possible. Positive and happy, positive and good, those are different things. If there's a situation, the most used line in my entire history of my life is, it is what it is. When bad things happen, I acknowledge them, I face the reality, but then let's make the best out of it. What good does sitting there being sad, being angry and crying and being so mad, what does that accomplish? I'll wait. Nothing. It really doesn't. It doesn't accomplish anything. You can acknowledge it. This sucks. This is not great. But how do we fix it? How do we move forward? I do not sulk. I do not sit there. I don't want people feeling. One of my worst fears is people feeling bad for me. You will never feel bad for me. I never, ever want that. I'm moving on. Let's get through this. And I do think that's an important thing because people always counter that. And that's like like when people want to lazily hate on me, it's none of you guys in here. Trust me, I'm not saying that. People will say, oh, he's always trying to act positive. Life isn't like that. You guys are reading it wrong. And to change that perspective, I'm telling you guys, will benefit your life in a beautiful way. I've seen it with a lot of people. I can't stress that enough. It will benefit it in a beautiful, beautiful way. So again, just something to consider on that perspective. So even when things aren't going your way, you face the choice every day to either wallow in your circumstances or try to make new circumstances. You will face this choice daily. That's a fact.
Yep.
That's a fact. People talk bad about me online. I can sit here and cry. I can respond. I can put stories, or I can just move on. It's a fact. So for me, I do have a big issue with that word act, because it's very, very different. Very, very different than reality. And that's also a thing too, is people will like see me on here and they'll think to themselves, like, for whatever reason, nobody can be like that. He's got to be acting. He's got to be on a show. And it's like, just hang out with me. Just come meet me. Like, be around me every day kind of deal. And you'll see there's all sorts of people out there, man. I meet freaks of nature all the time. And I'm like, I don't know how you do that, right? The fable artist, Jeff, watching him work, I'm like, you're not the same thing as me. Like, we're not the same species, So keep an open mind, you guys. That's the best way I can put it. And there's things that can really make a difference in your life. Really, really make a difference in your life. After lunch, I give my beard a quick rinse because it's usually Fritos or M&Ms. You got M&Ms stuck in your beard, dude, Leo. That's impressive. Should I apply oiler again? Either way, no right or wrong on that one. Yeah. Neither one is right or wrong there. Whatever you want to do with it, for sure. So Shade said, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Was I happy? No, but I was positive and determined.
Yep.
Yes. Boom. Was I happy? No, but I was positive and determined. Boom. Right there, man. That's beautifully said.
I remember when I first found out that I had thyroid stuff and my
Yeah.
numbers were like really, really, really high into the.
For example, one was supposed to be below 9.
Yeah.
And her number was over 700.
Yeah. And it was like in that like cancer range where it could be a possibility. And this was before I had any scans or anything done. And we literally like sat down and we were like, okay, if it's this, then we're going to do this.
Yep.
And we're going to get through it like this
Yep.
and this and this. And it's like, is it sad? Yes. Is it something to waste the time that your body could be fighting this thing? Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, put your efforts into something better.
What good does it do?
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. I talk to my kids about that every day. Maddox will get like hit with the soccer ball and be crying and stuff. And I'm not the dad that's like, you don't cry. But I'm like, hey, man, you're good. What good does it do to sit out and do that? We got to move forward. You got to move forward for sure. We all have problems, but a bad attitude, negative mentality makes it worse. I agree. I agree entirely, for sure. I have a broken vehicle, 2 dogs that need to see the vet, no money. The approach is positive, not walling. This too shall pass. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, for sure. He said, I know not many people like Andrew Tate, Slippery Slope, but he does have one great quote. The thing that you have control over in the world is your mind. Yeah, absolutely. It is so true. And I talk about that all the, you guys are like speaking about, this is what Sam and I talk about every road trip, every car drive. Nobody will impact my mind. I control my mind. If anybody is in my mind in a negative way, I call it the shower test. If I'm taking a shower and I'm thinking about you in a negative way, you're done. I'm blocking you. I'm cutting you out of my life. There's just no need for that.
Why is it in the shower?
Because I think a lot in the shower.
Oh,
my brain.
That's why your showers are so long.
Yeah, I just think a lot, and my brain doesn't stop in the shower. That's why I try to put on podcasts so I don't have to think as much. So yeah, it's crazy, man, crazy. Thank you, Leon. I appreciate you, man. I always love your comments, dude. So for sure, yeah, absolutely. All right, and yeah, man, you guys are amazing. So Dusty, I try not to talk about companies, but Beard Struggle, personally, the most disgraceful company I've interacted with. I don't know about their products. I had some really bad personal interactions with them. Nate says, so far, Dan is 2 out of 2, same person, can confirm. Yeah, and I think Nate, reach out to, I think Saturday we're still meeting up, right? Going down to the beard competition together. That should be cool. All right, and Erica says, I try to find the positivity in the little things in life, and you'll start to notice over time they become happier. I agree. I really, really do. And I think when people disagree with that, it's just they're scared to try it. They're scared to put themselves out there because what if I do act positive and I don't get positive things? Now I look like a fool. It's, pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, literally every vacation we invite people to come. So if you want to come meet us, please do. Yeah, please do. We're
going to be in Maine in June if you guys want to come.
Yeah. Speaking of unsolicited advice, is it okay for us to offer suggestions in the chat for people who submitted, even if it's not directly what they ask about? I think so, Hunter, because I believe they sent in and they're looking for advice. They put themselves out there. I think that's okay, as long as it's from a respectful, supportive place, for sure. Don't say, hey, your balding head looks like crap, shave. Like that's a tough one for sure. Yeah, absolutely. No, James, I can confirm I have never thought about you in the shower. No, I don't sing in the shower. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Vado, not yet. Once it's healed, she will be able to post a picture. So yes. Jen wants me to ask if there will be girl shirts in the shop.
We have one women's.
We have one lady shirt.
One lady shirt. We got a lady shirt. It's just a Beauty and the Beard shirt, but honestly, I wear all of our shirts, and if you just size it right, they're all unisex. The different brands of shirts that we have are all unisex, so you can wear them.
And on there, you have the sizing chart.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep.
David, thank you, man. He just donated a membership. That's awesome, dude. So I will be judging a beard competition in Columbus, Ohio this Saturday. If anybody wants information, reach out to me. I'd be happy to give it to you. Sam's going to make her solo coaching debut on Saturday. You nervous?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You're gonna do great.
These kids are gonna run all over me.
No, they're not. Just yell. Hey, don't make me call Coach Dan. Yeah, don't make me do that one. Awesome, Jordan. Yeah, please do send in, man. Patchy beard? I don't know if you got a patchy beard, my friend, but we'll see. It looks great.
Did you Photoshop that?
Yeah, it looks great, dude. Yeah, truly looks great. Yeah. And again, guys, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. I got a couple questions for you. I kind of got a short beard, want to grow it out, but grow it out to be really, I think, maybe long. But I have a couple patchy spots that just drives me nuts. William, send in, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Send in, for sure. Send in. All right. Ohio. I can't make that then. Yeah, Scott, no worries. I think me and Nate are meeting up to drive down. So if you want to make that happen, dude, that would be pretty cool.
Also, I feel like I need to tell you guys, Dan hit me with a pickleball so hard today, it cut my thumb open and I started bleeding.
Yeah.
Really hurt.
Owie. So we're really good at pickleball. Today, we were a little off. We lost all our games today for the first time in a long time.
Yep.
Happens. We just didn't hit it where we wanted to. So, yep.
Oh, man.
That's all right. Seeing you on Beard Brand was great. Thank you. Yeah, Bob was super cool, man. Super cool. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly, Mike. That's great advice. Don't be nervous. The kids just want to have fun with it.
Yeah,
and that's
for sure.
The best thing to like fall back on is this is AYSO. So like whatever.
True.
Yeah, even if they score more than us, just tell me we won and we're good, you know? And tell the kids we won. They're not good at counting, so it's good. All right, last question, guys, before we're moving on. Anyone know a new picture updated? Oh, I don't know, Michael. I know the picture is through Google. Hey, Brian B is in the chat. He just changed his. Brian, help him out, please. Please. Awesome, David. Plan on making that for sure. Scott, me and Dan somewhere? Yeah, for sure. Awesome, Nate. All right, guys, 3 more, and then we out of here. Whoa, all right, here we go. Gavin, I've been watching the channel for a month or 2 now. Welcome. And it's come time to do something with my beard and hair again. I've attached a couple of different styles that I'm thinking about going with. But any advice on products or ways to use products and advice on the beard and hairstyle would be greatly appreciated. So beard and hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my beard much longer than it is right now, but maybe fill in underneath to match the length I have. I've always shaved the underneath the neck part and never have had a full beard underneath. That's a lot underneath. But I was thinking about it. Currently, I use butter after showers and oil daily, but the hair is super coarse and thick, and it's really hard to style and train my hair to do what I want it and for it to be soft. So again, any advice would be greatly appreciated. Thank you both. You always look forward to the streams. Awesome, man. Thank you, Gavin. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and then give him advice. Awesome, dude.
Nice.
Oh, and we do have goals. So here's what Gavin has.
Okay.
Of course, the color, fantastic, vibrant, wonderful. And then here are his goals, or some just different like head hairstyles and different things. So just keep those kind of in mind for what you think would work with his.
Okay.
I'm going to have you handle the hair.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with the beard here. So he says he doesn't want it much longer, but wants it to fill out as it's coming through. Yeah, David, at this point, man, there's nothing to adjust with the beard. The beard looks really nice, dude. I couldn't even tell you where I would trim or adjust. I would simply say you're talking about that underneath part of your beard. Let it grow for now. And then maybe a month or 2, we look at a trim and that could really help out. Send back in. Now, head hair. What do you got?
With hair, I think for me, if you're looking at those pictures, I say leave the top at the length that you have it and then just fade the sides up.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, your head hair on the top already has that texture and that look to it. But you do have, I call it the poof, where it poofs out on the side here. Just fade the side.
Yep.
Just like this.
Yep.
All of them. It's almost like this one.
It's like that's like my favorite hair.
Sam, loves that for sure. So yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
And then maybe just like if you want to get it more styled, just use some pomade. But I think that like, and you can use pomade too and just like mess it up. I think that's a really like cool, sexy look.
Yeah, I think it would look great, man. I can definitely tell you have thick, coarse hair, like real thick. That make sure you get some good trimmers. That thing's gonna and stop. But you talked about having trouble training your beard hairs. You're beard is dialed in, dude.
Truly.
Like really dialed in. Like there's no issues in training here whatsoever. This is an advice show. I'd be happy to give you that advice. Hey, thank you, Clove. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, fade up the side and rock that hair. Send in when you do. That's going to be it's a subtle thing, but it's going to be a huge change. Like a huge change. Awesome. Then I do recommend getting a half sleeve tattoo if you want to up it up even a little bit more. Little bit more. Awesome. Oh, snap. Clove just donated 5 memberships, man. Thank you, sir. Such a good dude. Obviously verified on YouTube. Great channel. I've been on his channel. He interviewed me. If you guys are curious, you want to check out Clover Tack. I know he didn't donate for that, but yeah, just a good friend of mine. Awesome, man. Here's Gavin. He says, thank you for the advice and the compliments. For sure, dude. Thank you. All right, Mark R. I think Mark asked a question earlier about gray beards. I'm finding that with the mild use of oils in the morning, I end up with a green, this is Mark, with a greenish tint to my beard. Oh, and pause. I saw somebody said, William Clark said, hey, I just want to let you know I did send in an email. So guys, if you send in after like 8 o'clock on Wednesday, you'll be on next week's show. We can't throw it in real time. We gotta actually create the show. And so you'll be on next week. Okay, so his beard gets a green tint to it. Now, to be fair, and I'm glad you included this, I do haul chopped alfalfa.
Ooh, I didn't know if you were going to get that word.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. to the feedlots here in Kansas, but I try my absolute best to stay away from the dust. I wash the beard and it still has a green tint to it. So that green tint is 100% due to your job. That's the only way that that's going to happen. And he says, any options of the Grinch color? The picture does not show the green. Could it be the oils? No, absolutely not. It is the job. Let's take a look and then I'll give you advice. Dude, great beard.
Yeah.
And like he said, he was like, it doesn't show up in the picture. So I'll believe you. I'll trust you that it's there. Mark, my advice right off the bat would be to wash your beard absolutely every single day after work. That's going to be your very best bet. Wash every day without exception if you work. I think it's just as simple as that. If you do that, you should not have any more green tint. Any other thoughts?
I wonder if you could wear like a bandana or something.
I thought about that too. Can you cover it?
If you don't want to wash it.
Yeah.
Tuck it in your shirt. Maybe.
So funny. I was like, maybe braid it or knot it up. I think that could work. And yeah, you have an amazing beard, man. It looks really, really nice. Really, really nice. So yeah, wash it every day after work. And I think it will benefit you in a great way. Yep, in a great way. So dude, looks really, really nice. Awesome, Mark. Hopefully that helps. All right, last one here, guys. James S., our brother up in Canada. I'm looking for some advice, help with my beard. I'm currently starting to grow it out again, but unsure of the best path to go based on my face shape and hair thickness growth areas. Any feedback to get it looking its best for future photo ops work-related things would be greatly appreciated. Awesome. All right, real quick here, Dan, if he puts on butter, would the dust stick to the butter instead of the beard? I don't advise using any sticky products when you're in a situation like that. I would avoid doing that one. So yeah. In grade school, green tinted hair was a status symbol because it meant you went swimming. Ooh, interesting.
You're very fancy.
The chlorine reacting with the UV rays. Wow. Okay, that's interesting because back in like ancient Greece and ancient Rome, having an indoor, they had essentially an indoor pool as their atrium welcome way. That was a status symbol, and weird things came about status symbols back then, such as in Rome, here's a crazy one. In Rome, if you had rotten teeth, you were seen as rich. If you were obese, you were seen as rich. Because what the Romans would do is they would eat, and they would eat a lot if they had money, but it was customary at the table to make yourself vomit to continue eating their 12-course meals.
Whew, that just gave me the heebie-jeebies.
They would literally keep puke buckets at the table to throw up in, and that was a sign of courtesy to show the host that you were ready to eat more. And so as a result, the rich Romans had rotten teeth when the poor Romans had healthy teeth. And so if you saw somebody with healthy teeth, you're like, look at that peasant. Look at that. Yeah, look at that that poor person. It was so backwards. It was so interesting. Or if they were very obese, you'd be like, wow, That guy's really got it all. Like that guy's doing really, really well. So things have changed. You also didn't leave the Roman dinner table to go to the bathroom. A slave would bring you a pot to go to the bathroom in. They also did not use utensils when they would eat. So there's a whole lot. Yeah, belching, burping was like the biggest compliment that you could have. So yeah, the plebeians, exactly. I almost did the whole breakdown of the plebeians. So yep. And the Romans did eat lying down, usually with a slave feeding them, with just their bare hands. Yeah, man. Don't get me started. Hey,
those Romans.
We want to talk about the Roman bathrooms?
No.
They were communal. They had no stalls. It was a bench that would go around the outside of a room. Men, women, children, you'd do your business in the bathroom. Everyone would talk. Here's the best part, though. Toilet paper was not invented in Rome yet. It was still in China. And so what did they use to clean themselves? There was a bucket in the middle, or if you were real rich, there was like a little water like fall to have moving water. And they would use a sponge on a stick to clean themselves.
Like a communal sponge?
Yes. And they would put it back into... Don't
Google
They would put it back into the bucket. And yeah, it was something for sure. And if you don't believe me, look up Roman sponge on a stick. This is the exact, let me show you guys, and then we'll finish this advice here. But this is the the exact Roman communal toilet and what it looked like. Might not be the best image for it, but you guys will see here. And if you look closely on this one, they have one guy on the bottom right has a sponge in his hand, and then that like bucket of water was in the middle, and it was a sponge on a stick. Yep. So, fun story here. When I would teach, I would start the school year, and my bathroom pass was a sponge on a stick with my name written on the stick. And I wouldn't tell them why. I'm like, just go use it, bring it back, not use it, right? Go to the bathroom.
Shoot.
And then when we would get to the, when we would get to the like lesson on Rome later in the year, I would talk about sponge on a stick, and you would just see their faces one by one go, I've been bringing this to the bathroom every single year or every single time. Yeah. Yep. So it is, that's the Roman toilets, you guys. So not sure how we got there, but I'm glad.
Right.
I'm glad we did. Yeah, I'm glad we did. So perfect. All right, James, let's take a look. He just wants some advice on his beard and growing for the future.
Oh, I love your hair.
There you go. That was one of the questions.
Oh, was it?
Hairstyle and for the beard. I believe he said hairstyle. Okay, maybe not. Okay, hair, check. Beard, James, I want you to go big, man. Grow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what you got. I could see you somewhere around halfway the size of my beard. Rocking what kind? James, for anybody just coming in, I'm going to show you guys a treat here. I would love to see you go for the darker version of Brian Carter's beard. I think this beard right here, all right, imagine it in black, on you would suit your face shape really well. Yeah, really, really well. At the chills?
I do.
That's normal too, guys. No act there.
All this poop talk.
So, oh my gosh. So, yeah. James, let it grow for now, man. Check back in with us for a couple months from now. Don't do anything. He commented on something to me about like the side of his beard. James, just let it go. If you want to clean up the neck along the way, you can.
What about a heated brush?
Yeah, I think it is time for a heated brush.
I'm always curious about people who don't use heated brushes, just like what it would look like after a heated brush. Maybe you would like it more.
I do agree. Okay, remember this beard here and how the hairs are falling in real nice and in line. Now we go James here. Nothing wrong with it, but it would just dial it in.
Yeah.
It would give it that intentionality, that purposefulness. So for now, let it grow and style it as it goes. Beautiful. Boom, baby. We talk about pooping communal toilets, sponge on sticks, positive outlook on life. We addressed reality with some people in our lives. I mean, there's a whole lot that we do. We talked about soccer. I am absolutely obsessed.
We forgot to try goobers.
Oh, we got to try goobers before you go.
Bust them out.
Yes. Yeah, Clove is a big fan of heated brushes. Oh my
Goobers.
gosh.
Oh wait, I was getting these for you too.
Oh, okay.
I don't want all of those.
All right. Guys, we're trying goobers for the first time.
Goobers.
Now, to be fair, go ahead. We have had chocolate covered peanuts. We go in phases. Sam gets obsessed with them at times.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going with these ones.
Delicious.
Oh yeah? She doesn't usually like candy in a box.
I do like the ones you get at the grocery store.
The cluster ones.
That they already
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually make them themselves, but they're like double dipped chocolate covered peanuts.
Mm-hmm. I don't think goobers is a Michigan thing. Let me know, guys. Is it Midwest?
Is now.
Yeah. It's our thing, that's for sure.
Those are good.
These are going to get smashed, okay? These are going to get smashed. Hey, we need you guys next week. We got to have these laughs, this content. Please be here, but also put yourself out there. Send in. Have a positive outlook that we're not going to say bad things, that we're going to help you, right? Don't guard yourself. Give it a chance. Who knows? Maybe it changes the trajectory of your confidence in your beard and your style. Really could make an impact. So, with that said, Beauty in the Beard MI, check out her shop. Check it out on Instagram. And August 15th. Was it August or June?
For what?
Hershey Park.
August.
August 15th. We're going to do a meetup at Hershey Park. Oh, no. It's not mine. Also, the last week of June, we got to dial in that date.
For what?
Portland.
Oh my
Holy
God.
crap.
We're going to
It's
Maine.
May. It's May right now. That's nuts. Last week of June, we're going to have a meetup in Portland, Maine, and Sam will have donuts on hand. We hope.
For myself.
For her, yeah, you should share that. Right? We're positive, but we're not crazy. So calm down. Yeah, calm down, you guys. So hello, August. Is it me you're looking for? All right. Hey, thank you so much, Leon. Have you guys hit that thumbs up? And have you checked out the Chat GPT video from today? I appreciate that.
Donuts!
Also, here's your real bait to dangle. Eric with an A and family are going to be at the meetup in Portland as well. So can't wait to hang out with them.
All the donuts, Eric.
Yep. Hey, thank you, Mike. You're the man. Sam's shop is called the Beauty in the Beard MI.
Just Beauty and the Beard MI, not the Beauty and the Beard.
Beauty and the Beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. I will link it in the chat, you guys. This is her shop. Check it out. She does great work, and it supports her free time, her hobbies, her purpose with this.
My life.
All right. Yeah, right. Let's get dramatic on it. All right, guys. We appreciate you. Please stay bearded and stay positive. All right. Intro to go. Intro to go is what we're calling this.